And we are starting. Are you guys excited? Let me move this out of the way. Oh, that is actually, oh, that's personal. Oh, that's also kind of personal. Let's get that out of here. Oh, those are also personal. Whoops. Oh, that's also kind of personal. Okay. Oh, that's personal. Oh, don't look at any of this. Whoops. Oh man. Okay. Whatever. Okay. Let's do a recap of what we learned from last stream's lessons. Or lesson. What am I saying? By the way, these start like 7:15, go to 8. Hold on really quickly. Oh, hold on really quick. Is there a right answer to that? What is the correct grammar? I just ate dinner. Hope you guys are doing good. Okay, let's do a recap of what we learned from last time. So, last time was probably the most important lesson because it taught us how to use GitHub, and GitHub is a way for you guys to see the code exactly as I put it, and you guys can basically pull the code from the internet once I put it on the internet straight onto your computer. So how do you do that? First, you're going to install Git. So go to, or just type in Google, download Git, or Bing, or whatever you use, Yahoo search, if that's still a thing. Go ahead, go to download over here, and click download. Once you have Git installed, go ahead and open up a file explorer. Ooh, that's personal. That's not that personal. Okay, I'm gonna go to github.com, which is basically the website that uses Git, and I created a repository, which is basically a file or a folder, I mean, or like a storage unit that lets me store code. And so once I store all my project stuff there, you guys can simply pull it from the internet, pull it from GitHub, and download it onto your computer. So I called it Coding Lessons, okay? And I will have the link to this Git in the description. And the link is this link right here. This is how you clone it. So if you haven't cloned it already, open up like a documents folder. I'm in this folder called Coding Projects. And inside of this folder, I'm gonna open up a command prompt. How do you open a command prompt? Click on the bar over here, type in CMD. It opens a command prompt there. Now I would type in git space clone space, and then I would copy paste the link from here, which is also the same link that I will put in the description below. And once I type that and press enter in the command prompt, it will make a new folder called Coding Lessons, which I already have over here. Now, what if I update it and add new stuff here and change my code up? Once I save my my code, my changes to the code, they're called changes, right? Like it's called committing your my changes, and I push them to the internet version. You guys can type it once you're inside this Coding Lessons folder. So you would change directory CD into Coding Lessons, right? If you're not already in it. Just make sure that the most left theme behind this little bracket, this little caret bracket, is Coding Lessons, the name of this repository. Once you're in this folder area, right, inside your command prompt, go ahead and type in git pull with 2 L's and enter, and then your computer or Git will update your folder with all my changes, the ones I added. So once you have that, We also went over one thing called Node.js. So Google Node.js. So if you remember what pip is for Python, it's a package manager. What is a package manager? A package manager lets you install packages on your computer. A package is basically a library or like a toolbox of more Python like functions that you can use. And for in this case, Node.js allows you to package allows you to get packages that add more functionality to your JavaScript code. Okay, so go ahead and click the LTS version. LTS stands for long-term support. It means this is the most stable version. It'll last like three to 5 years. Whereas the current version, it might be pretty buggy. You don't know how long it'll be stable. So once you have that installed, you're gonna go ahead and look for a package called Twitter. All right, we're gonna be learning how to use the Twitter API. An API is a way for coders like us, you and me, and or just like companies or businesses, basically people that aren't that aren't the owners of a website, right? In this case, Twitter, the website Twitter, people that aren't owners of the website Twitter, the API, Twitter API, is a way for us to access Twitter's functions using code, right? What I mean by that is now you can type in a little JavaScript, JavaScript app or Python app, and actually have it like create tweets and make users and gather tweets from other people's timelines without actually having to enter the Twitter website, right? You simply do it with code. That is an API, okay? It's a way for us to access Twitter's resources. Okay, so once you get Node installed, you can go into your command prompt, right? And type in npm, that stands for Node Package Manager. Install, that's a function, right? It allows us to install a package, and you type in the name of the package next. The one we're using is called Twitter, so npm install Twitter, and press enter. I already installed it. Actually, I'll install it again just to show you guys what it looks like. So this only works again after you've installed Node, and even then you have to install it correctly. I'll show you guys. You have to install it correctly. I remember starting off, I installed it incorrectly. There's different ways you can do it. If you do install it incorrectly and npm doesn't work, let me know. So you'll see it will take a while because my computer is very slow, and I'm also running like a streaming software called OBS at the same time. So my CPU is like being overrun right now. Or overloaded right now. So it's installing Twitter. Now what is this Twitter API? What is this Twitter function, right? Or that's basically all we learned from last stream. So let's get on to this lesson, okay? So the Twitter API. Or get on to the next lesson. Oh no. Node.js Twitter. So how do you look for packages? How do you know what packages to install? Well, you can go to the npm. You could type in Google npm and then type in like Twitter API. And there's this website called npmjs.com/package, right? Here, let me go to it. This is where you can Google a bunch of packages that people made that you can use online that you can use. So, whoa, what the? Here. Let me just go to the homepage. Or npmjs.com, right? This is where you can look for packages. So let's look up a Twitter package, right? And why do we have to use someone else's package? We can actually hard code everything ourselves using a thing called requests or HTTP requests, and have our code access Twitter directly instead of using this API. But Twitter. Or instead of using this package, but this Twitter npm, this Node package makes it a lot easier for us, right? It takes a lot of extra code that we'd have to write unnecessarily, and then and packages it. So this is what an API looks like, right? We're gonna practice posting tweets using this API. All right. Oh, first of all, you gotta make a Twitter account. Okay, let's make a Twitter account. New or Twitter, right? Developer. Now I already have one. Oh man. Okay, Twitter. This is their API website, right? Here, let me log out. This is some secrets. Luke random projects. Okay, wait, yeah, log out. Oh wait, do I even remember the password for this? Alright, whatever, who cares? Log me out already. Okay, so yeah, you saw earlier the developer page of Twitter. That basically is an instruction manual on how to actually use their website or the user API, right? Let's create. Oh, let's sign up. Let's sign up for a new account, guys. You guys can create your own account. And remember, we're all gonna have different credentials, and you'll see what I mean later. Let's call this one up, okay? One up. Oh, that is really personal. That is here. I'm gonna do this secretly so that you guys. Okay, whatever. People were watching the VODs. That's some dangerous stuff. But I guess you can call my parents or spam them. Please don't. That is really messed up. I'm gonna try and erase that from the VOD later. I don't think I can. Whatever. I'm gonna create an account again. Create my account. One up. I'm gonna use my email instead, right? When you're creating your own account, hopefully, yeah, you don't have this privacy issue. One up. @gmail.com. Okay, you have to type in a phone number or email. You can't just type in a name. They have to have some kind of way to connect you. Then you type in your verification code. I think this is safe again. This is safe now. Okay, I'm gonna go into my email on a different monitor. Whoa, why did it reset? Oh man, okay, I need to stop switching it. Okay. I'm gonna create it on okay. Okay, basically create a Twitter account, okay? This is becoming way too complicated. One up. If you couldn't tell, I'm looking at a separate monitor where I'm like doing all my stuff. Oh my, Twitter, why you gotta do this to me? Alright. Okay, finally. Okay, alright. Alright, they send you a verification code. Check your email or phone number. Once you create one, I'm checking mine now. My verification code. Sorry if it's kind of boring, y'all. You gotta watch me. Excuse me. Make a Twitter account. Isn't that exciting? Okay. Okay, I got my verification code. What? Oh, never mind. Never mind. Hold on. Okay, make a password. Okay. I'm gonna skip making a profile pic. A bio, I'm gonna skip that for now. Not gonna upload contacts for now. I'm not gonna upload interests for now. Let's just get this over with. Next. Skip. Don't turn on notifications. Okay, I created. All right, you guys can see this now. I created an awesome one-up, Twitter account. You guys can tweet this account now. Okay, so now that you have this Twitter account, now we're gonna go into this secret developer Twitter page. Just type in developer Twitter, right, in Google, and you guys will find the Twitter developer platform. Okay, this is for us, Twitter developers. We're making Twitter bots. We are Twitter developers. Okay, every single one of you watching this video. So, all right, now how do you? All right, we're gonna go to apps. Okay, go ahead and go to apps. Oh, okay. Now create an app. All right, create an app. Hopefully you guys can see this. I might be clicking buttons that are off screen, but just hopefully you can see it. All right. Okay. All right. You may continue managing your Okay. Oh, you gotta apply for a Twitter developer account first. Okay. Okay. Let's see if I can add a phone number. You have to have a phone number. I'm sorry if you don't have a phone number. In order to verify your thing. Let's see. I've already created one under another account. Let's see if this works. Okay, I think it should work. All right, it sent a verification code to my phone, which I'm now going to type in. Okay, verify. Okay. Alright, sweet. Okay. Hopefully you guys didn't see my phone number. Even though I already, you know, gave away some private info. Okay. Okay, continue. Let's continue. Okay, I'm requesting access for my own personal use. I'm just a regular coder. Account name, one up coding. Okay, that is the account name. Primary country, look for United States, not the United Arab Emirates. United States. Oh, just student project. That sounds about right. Minimum 300 characters. I don't remember doing this when I made my other account. Whatever. What the? I am building a bot for fun because I think building bots is fun. Do you intend to analyze? I plan to, you know, do a bunch of stuff with other people's tweets and I don't remember making like a developer account. Alright, whatever. Just do as they say. I think that this is to avoid a bunch of random people making whatever. I'm going to research other people's tweets and use them in my bot to analyze speech patterns. I don't know. I will be retweeting. I'll be tweeting people's. Alright, you guys can probably write some garbo for this. I'm gonna do it for real. I don't know what this is. People's tweets in different languages. Just for fun. What? This is simply a personal project, nothing else. Well, your products are my No, I don't. What the? Must be 300 characters or longer. How many am I at now? I just want to practice. Okay, that's probably 300. Okay, let's keep moving. Okay, yes, the terms and stuff. Yes, okay. You guys should probably read all this to make sure you're not signing. Oh, you gotta scroll all the way down to make sure you're not signing your life away and stuff. You know, that's kind of important. Oh, okay. It's my application. Wait, you have to do all this stuff to get like an account, man? Okay, I'm gonna confirm my email address. I am going to my email and confirming it. Verify your Twitter developer account. Confirm your email. This is a really slow episode. It's already like 7:35 and we haven't even coded anything. Okay, alright. I've confirmed my email, so on here I'm gonna go to apps, okay? Finally, we can create an app. Wait. What? Why can't I create an app? What? What? Here. Okay. This is the page I opened once I verified my email address. Okay. Let's create an app. Okay. Dashboard. Okay, go to your dashboard. This is very important. Okay, this has all your usage numbers and stuff. Okay. Apps. One up coding apps. Alright, let's create an app. Alright, finally we can create an app. Let's call this Trump Spanish. This will translate Trump's tweets into Spanish. I'm gonna use the website URL doesn't matter here. You can type in anything. One up MHS. We don't have a, hold on. tinyurl.com/oneup MHS. Okay. No, one up channel. That's what it is. Channel. That's my YouTube channel. Okay. No. Let's not enable that. Skip all that. We will. This app is simply to practice making or using APIs as an educational tool. It will translate tweets into Spanish. Okay. Oh, I should capitalize Spanish, shouldn't I? Oh, again, really slow. Oh, okay. Alright. Sensitive ball. Yeah, okay, I get it. This is very serious. Okay. Finally. Oh my, that took forever. Okay. Are you guys excited? I'm going to open up my IDE. Go ahead. You guys should open up your IDE as well. I'm using Atom. Hopefully you guys have an IDE. If not, then you can probably use Atom. Okay, by the way, it finally installed Twitter. I already update. It says updated because I already have it, I guess. What the? Okay, whatever. I guess I didn't have it, so it just installed. That's weird. That's some weird errors, probably because my computer is really, really slow. Oh yeah, opening Atom is gonna take a long while, so I guess we wait. Okay. Okay, Atom's open. Alright. It's a blank screen. That's what I'm talking about. Okay. Okay, alright, this isn't the right thing. That's some stuff, man. Okay, let's open coding projects, coding lessons. Okay. Pick this folder. It'll have all of our stuff. Alright. Okay. So let's check out the API that we were looking at earlier. Nodejs Twitter, okay? So how do you use an API, right? You kind of see it here. Oh, by the way, okay. So here's what the plan is. We're gonna learn how to use the Twitter API, learn how to see tweets when they're posted, respond to those tweets, right? And then after that, we'll deal with the different API, the Google Translate API, and then we'll translate stuff into Spanish and we'll use them. Okay, all right, okay. You're all excited. This is MLK Day. So, you know, you guys are probably chilling at home. Chilling. Whoa, this is so messy. Oh boy. Okay. Let's move some stuff. Let's move all this stuff. Okay. I need to stop saying okay. var Twitter equals require Twitter. If you remember from the last video, I explained what this does, but essentially it creates an object called Twitter with a bunch of functions that we can use in the Twitter API, right? And because it's an object, we can make an object. Yeah, because it's a class. Sorry, it's a class, I guess. We can make an. Oh, Adam's being silly. Wait on Adam. We can make an object called clients. You see on this side of the screen. Using that class, right? And if you don't know what the difference between a class and an object is, a class is a blueprint, right? A class has all the features like detailed out on what like an object will look like, right? And a blueprint for a pencil will have, hey, it'll have a length, a color, and an eraser color, right? But it doesn't actually have the properties, right? A blueprint is just a paper, right? It doesn't actually, it's not an actual pencil. So an object is the, you know, I guess propagation of that pencil. Is that even, of that blueprint? Is that even the right word? I don't know. Okay. It is like the manifestation. There you go. The manifestation of the blueprint. Okay. So it is a new Twitter object, right? The Twitter, you know, class. We're making a Twitter object, right? That will let us connect to Twitter and stuff. So inside of here, we're going to have we're going to pass it an object, right? You know, we're passing an object because between the parentheses we have curly brackets, right? And curly brackets, they store an object or dictionary or however you want to call it inside of them. So what do you need to put here now? You see consumer key, consumer secret, access token key, and access token secret. Now it's empty there. Now what are you going to put inside? And I'll show you guys very soon. But for now, just type in consumer key. Okay, consumer secret. Did I? No, that's I did not spell it right. Access token key. Access token secret. Okay. Now we're gonna put some stuff in there, but for now, let me. Actually, yeah. No, we'll put some stuff in there now. Okay, I'm gonna move. Wait, no. All right, we're gonna open up Twitter, our Twitter developer stuff, and you'll see here this area called keys and tokens. All right, keys, tokens sound familiar. All right, once you go here, now this is, I guess, some private information, right? Consumer API keys. These are basically the username and password to your developer account, right? So to my to my account, right? And the thing is, like, you guys get to secret, okay? How you prevent people, or like, even though you guys see these now, I'm gonna be able to share this code with you guys without actually sharing you this. Am I crazy? Okay, go ahead and copy paste them into your code. Okay, now we have to create access token. All right, access token and access token secret. Because this is okay. All right. Yeah, whatever. Let's see. This is what actually lets people use your app, right? Okay. So if you guys want to like pause the video and write this down word for word, go ahead. Be my guest. I guess I can always revoke your permissions, and then go to permissions and just see. So these have the option of read and write, right? Read and write. That means we're able to read other people's tweets and write tweets ourselves and post them. Okay, that's what read and write mean. People can access their stuff, right? And there's one more. There's different. You can make it so that people can only read using your app, and people can only write using your app, but I'm just gonna allow it for you guys to do all of them, or it's like to do both. Okay, back to the Twitter API. Now here you guys are gonna see what's called an HTTP request, or just like a request. Okay, first screen name, and we're gonna go ahead and type in one up. All right, what's the name of our account? Let's actually go to Twitter, like actual Twitter. Our account is 1up9261371. Okay, that is our screen name, right? Here we're gonna create a new tweet. All right. Hello world. Okay, that's what we're gonna do first. Hello world. That's it. We're gonna send this tweet, and this is so that you guys can. Nice one. This is so you guys can. We can see if we can access this tweet, right? Using the Twitter API. Okay. So var params. Param stands for parameter, right? Okay, yeah, param stands for parameter, right? So what is this Twitter API actually doing? How is it letting us access Twitter, right? How is it letting us write tweets and retweets, right? What it actually does is it does a thing. It basically calls a request, right? What is a request? What is an HTTP request, right? If you hear of HTTP request, this is an HTTP request. An HTTP request is okay. First, imagine this, right? You have the Twitter website over here on one side of the internet, and you have your laptop on the other side, right? How do you actually connect the two, right? Or how do you send information between the two? Well, what you do is you have your computer, right? Send a request, right? Tell the Twitter API, hey, I want this thing, right? I want, let's say, this user 1up926 blah blah blah. I want their tweet, right? Their latest tweet, right? Then you send a request, right, with some parameters, right, with some details, basically, saying, hey, I want this person's tweet, right? I want this many tweets from them. And I want, blah, 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 all right? And you send that request to the Twitter website, right? Now, Twitter, they see the request, right? And they say, okay, we're going to process the request and then send back whatever they have, or whatever they want, right? So you guys will see very soon what that looks like. All right, there's actually a bunch of different kind of requests, right? But the two main ones, right? The two big ones are get and post, right? Get means, hey, a get request, right? Means, hey, I want to get something from this this website, right? I want to read something. I want to read a tweet and get something back, right? A post request is, hey, I want to send something to this website. I want to put something on that website, right? I want to post a tweet, right? Now there's also a put. Actually, there is a put request, right? Where instead, excuse me, you take something already on that website and you want to change it, right? That's a put request. And there's several others, but the two big ones that we're gonna focus on are get and put. Okay, so clients, right, our Twitter object, right, that lets us talk to Twitter, right, to the Twitter API. We're gonna give it a get request, right, .get. Now, why use .get? This .get function comes with the Twitter API, right, this Twitter package. So we don't have to create this get function ourselves. Okay, so what do you pass through it? Now you see here statuses / user timeline. If you look at the Twitter developer documentations, they have a list of different requests. Okay, you do a get request, right? But then you want to specify what kind of get request, right? Twitter has their statuses / user timeline get request. Okay, and how do you know the different kinds of get requests? Go ahead and go to tweet, post, retrieve, and engage with tweets. This part of the documentation, and look at all their different kinds of post and get requests. All right, here's a post request, statuses / update, right? Now, if you want to see the one that they're using here, statuses / user timeline, click this part, get Twitter timelines, and look, it's a get request over here, get statuses / user timeline, right? And what this does is it returns, right, the most recent tweets from that username, right, or user ID, right? Screen name / user ID. Okay, so this is saying, hey, we want to send a get request that's getting their user timeline, right? And you specify that by saying statuses/user timeline. And if you want to know again all the different types of GET requests, you can look at the Twitter docs or the documentation, right? Always look back to the documentation. First, let's try this one. Statuses/user_timeline. Params. What is this params? We created this object up here with the different parameters we want to ask for, right? The only parameter we're sending is, hey, we want the user timeline of this screen name, 1up92 blah 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 blah. Okay? Now function. What is this function that we're putting here? This is called a callback function. What is a callback function? Right? So when you send a get request, right? Your computer, right? It sends a request over, and Twitter processes it and sends it back. That takes time, right? Not only to send it over, but to have them process it and send it back. So our code doesn't actually know when it comes back, right? How long our code doesn't know how long it'll take to actually complete this get function. So what it does is, hey, keep doing what you're doing, right? Keep moving on in this code, right? You can write some more code here. It'll keep moving on, but once this code is done, once this function completes, right, and you actually receive something back from the Twitter website, once they've processed the request, right, they'll do this thing. This function will call this callback function. Okay, so it's a function calling a function. Okay, which is super weird. Basically, all I'm saying is, hey, this function takes time, okay? And once it's finished, it'll call this function over here, this callback function, okay? So what do we? It'll also give this callback function some information, okay? So we're gonna just go ahead and copy what they have here. So yeah, coding is a lot about copying other people's code. Okay, so. If not error, I'm gonna go ahead and type it and explain what it means, okay? So.log tweets. Sweet. Okay, we're done here. Okay, let me expand this since we are semicolon here. Since we've basically gone over everything that the main stuff that this API does. Okay, so let's start over. Okay, this Twitter API, right? When we say var Twitter equals required Twitter, we're saying, hey, upload this class or this package from online called Twitter, right? The required Twitter, and put it inside of this Twitter class, right? The Twitter class contains all the different functions we have to use or want to use in order to access Twitter's website using our code. So now we're going to create an object of that class, right? And inside of this constructor, this is called constructor when you say new Twitter. This is basically saying, hey, I want to create a new Twitter like object that lets us access this consumer stuff, right? This access stuff, right? These keys, these usernames, and these passwords, right? I want to log in using that stuff. That's what happens when I say client equals new Twitter, right? And I pass through an object of all of my usernames and passwords, okay? Then I'm going to say var params equals blah, blah, blah. This is basically the extra details I have when I use my GET request. When I send a request to Twitter saying, hey, I want this, I also tell them, hey, I want it from the username 1up926 blah, 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 blah. Then I call the client get function. The get function, all it does is it has a specific version. There's a specific version of it, right? And these are all listed out on the Twitter documentation. This specific one says, hey, I want to get all the statuses from this user's timeline, okay? This is a specific get request, okay? And the parameters I want to send are the screen name, right? I want to get all the users, all the statuses, all the tweets from this user's timeline, okay? And then once this finishes, right? Once this function actually completes and I actually get the information I want, call this function, call this callback function, and all it does is first the data that the callback function gets from the Twitter request is first the error, then the tweets, then the response, okay? So if we don't have an error, go ahead and print the tweets, right? Now you see that, okay, yeah, you see that the Twitter API, it'll once you give a get request, it'll give you three things, right? Once you ask the Twitter API, hey, I want this thing, it'll give you three things back. First, the thing it'll give you is, hey, whether or not you had an error. Because if you had an error, there's no point in looking at what the tweets or the response is, right? So if you don't have an error, right, then it'll give you the actual tweets you want, right? Now, what is this response thing? This response, like this response data field, right? This variable, it actually contains the different information on the actual request itself, right? Hey, how did it go, right? It's basically, how did the actual mailing process go? How did the actual request process go? Whereas the tweets are the actual tweets that you get back. Whereas the tweets are the actual actual contents you want, right? So the response is like a little note saying, hey, this is how the request went. So if you do have an error, this response variable will be very important, right? Because then it'll tell you, hey, the process didn't go well because of X, Y, and Z, right? It'll tell you what went wrong when you're making that request, okay? So we're gonna try this now. Now, how do you actually run Node JavaScript code, right? There's no HTML file to click on, right? We didn't create a Python server. How do you actually access this thing? Go ahead and open up a command prompt in your in that area. So I opened it in the coding lessons folder, so I'm gonna actually change directory into the Trump Spanish folder, right? So cd Trump Spanish, okay? Okay. I'm inside of the Trump Spanish folder. I already have npm, and I already have Node and the Twitter API installed. So what do? I type in Node, right? This is calling on the Node compiler. This is saying, hey, I want to use this. Hey Node, hey Node, right? Like this on my computer. Hey Node, why don't you turn this script.js file into actual runnable code that my computer can actually run, right? Typically it runs on the browser, right? But we because we're using this Node thing instead, it won't be able to run on the browser. So we're telling Node, hey, can you run this script.js file for us? And Node will say, hopefully yes. Go ahead and press enter, and we'll see it run. Hopefully it prints out the logged tweets. The current tweets. We're expecting to see a tweet that says hello world, okay? Now when it prints out the actual tweet object, it won't just be like just the tweet. It'll have some extra information. I'll show you guys what that looks like very soon. So that's gonna take some while. That's gonna take a while. And once it's done, I will let you guys know. It probably won't be this slow on your computer. It's just my computer is very slow. I'm surprised it's running at all, actually. Oh, okay. Oh, it's done. Where did my mouse go? Okay, my mouse is here. Okay, so it printed this huge thing, and you're probably like, oh, this is an error. What just happened? Actually, in fact, this is exactly what we wanted, right? So this tweet object that we console.logged means, hey, put something on the console, right? Once we logged this tweets, the different tweets that we got, it's not just the string, hey, hello world, that we tweeted earlier. Every single tweet has a ton of information, right? It has when it was created. That's the tweet ID, right? It has the actual text, right? Whether or not it was truncated, the different entities that it has, say hashtag, symbols, user mentions, URLs. It has a source, an actual source, which is the Twitter website, twitter.com, right? It has, is this in reply to a status? Is this in reply to a person? Blah, blah, blah. And it has even information on the user that sent it, right? My user ID, right? My 1UP user ID has a screen named this, and the ID number and the ID string, like just a string version of that number. So you have all this information just in one tweet, and it's all contained inside. If you see this open like square bracket versus the curly bracket, you'll see that's an array, right? So if we had multiple tweets, right? If I posted a bunch of tweets earlier and I grabbed them all using status user timeline, get status user timeline, this would be huge. This console log would be huge. So instead, what we could do is we could create a for loop that just prints the actual brackets with a 0 inside. It accesses the first element of the array. In coding, we start with the number 0. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's how we count, right? So this tweets bracket 0 means, hey, get the first thing, right? Get the first thing. And because there's only one thing, this gets everything that's inside of the array, right? and then type in dot text, right? What this actually does is it accesses the text feature of this object, right? These tweets come in an object, right? Tweets is an array, right? Array means a list, right? So the tweets is a list of these Twitter tweet objects, right? And a Twitter tweet object has a bunch of stuff, like when it was created, with the actual text inside, who sent it, right? So we're accessing the first tweet, right? When we say tweet bracket 0, we're saying we want to get the first tweet and give us the actual text information from that tweet. Excuse me. So we just learned how to gather tweets from other people, right? So now we have a way to gather Trump's tweets, and actually we'll work on translating them to Spanish, and as well as just posting tweets at all using our code instead of manually doing it. We'll learn about that in the next lesson. So thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate this. Have a good MLK day. Have fun. I don't know. Good luck coding. Keep on coding. Yeah, that whole thing. I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you guys.